If you're a business owner in Waikato, I bet this sounds familiar. You're spending money on marketing, you're seeing stuff happen, but the phone just isn't ringing any more than it used to. It is so frustrating, right? But what if the problem isn't your ads at all? Okay, let's get into it.
And this right here, this is the absolute key to everything we're going to unpack. See, the real issue is almost always deeper than the marketing stuff you see on the surface. It's not about doing more marketing, it's about fixing the system that all that marketing is supposed to feed into.
You can see the work being done, right? Social media posts are going up, the ads are running, you probably even get some kind of report. But when you look at the bottom line, the actual inquiries, the real leads, nothing's really changing. You're paying for effort, not for results.
So let's really frame this disconnect. What is the gap between what so many businesses get from marketing and what they actually need to, grow?
Now, have a look at this. It lays out the mismatch so clearly. Over on the left, you've got activity, posts, ads, vague reports. That stuff is easy for an agency to sell and deliver. But on the right, that's what you actually want: real results, qualified leads, and actual growth for your business. The whole problem starts when you pay for the stuff in the left column, hoping it'll magically turn into the stuff on the right.
And that brings us to the main idea here, the funnel. If your marketing is sending all these potential customers into a broken system, you're basically just pouring water into a leaky bucket. So how can you even tell if your funnel has holes in it?
Do any of these hit a little too close to home? Maybe an inquiry comes in, but there's no solid process for what happens next. Or hey, maybe you have literally no idea where your website visitors are coming from or what they even do once they're on your site. These are all classic signs that your funnel is broken, and it's causing you to lose the very leads you already paid to attract.
So to put it simply, this is what a leaky funnel is. It just means your marketing budget is being wasted. You're doing all the hard work to get people's attention, but that attention just evaporates before it ever turns into a real opportunity for your business.
Okay, enough about the problem. Let's talk solutions. The good news is, a leaky funnel can absolutely be fixed. So now, let's look at the 3 core parts for building a really strong, effective system that's actually designed for growth.
So it all starts with visibility. Just making sure local customers can actually find you in the first place. Then, your website has to do the heavy lifting. It's got to be fast, clear, and super convincing. And finally, you have conversion tools, things like targeted ads and specific landing pages that turn that interest into action. The key is, all 3 of these parts have to work together perfectly. And inside that system, these things are totally non-negotiable. Your messaging has to immediately answer the customer's question, "What's in it for me?" Your site has to work flawlessly on a phone. That's where most local searches are happening now. And please, please, if you are paying for ads, never ever send that expensive traffic to your generic homepage. It's just a recipe for wasted money. So, does all this theory actually work in the real world? Oh yeah, for sure. Let's take a look at a quick example of a Waikato business that completely transformed its results just by focusing on the funnel instead of just the traffic.
So let's talk about EB Co-Roofing. They had people coming to their website, but the whole system was so confusing that turning that traffic into enquiries was pretty much impossible. There was no good data, no clear path for customers, and really no results to show for their marketing spend.
But after they rebuilt the website with a proper funnel in mind, their conversion rate shot up to a consistent 5%. 5! They went from "we have no idea" to a predictable, measurable source of new business. But here's the most important part. And this is what's so critical to understand. They didn't need some magical new ad campaign or a bigger budget. They simply fixed the pathway for the customers who are already showing up. They made it easy for interested people to become actual leads. That's the power of a strong funnel.
Now this all probably sounds great, but it brings up a pretty important question. If you need help with this, how do you find a partner who actually gets it and won't just try to sell you more activity?
It's a huge decision, right? And it can be the difference between real growth and just, more frustration. So how do you get it right and avoid the common traps?
Here are 2 simple but really powerful rules to live by. First, be super wary of agencies that claim to work with anyone and everyone. Real strategy takes focus. And second, if an agency tries to sell you a package before they've taken the time to really understand your business and your customers, that's a massive red flag.
Just think about that for a second. An agency that's interested in a real partnership is going to prioritize understanding your goals way more than making a quick sale. A rush to get your credit card details often leads to a lack of attention and some pretty disappointing results down the line.
See, the myth is that you can just hand over a pile of cash and wait for miracles to happen. But the reality, as you can see here, is that great marketing is a collaboration. It needs you to be involved. It needs your feedback. And it needs a responsive partnership with an agency that feels like an extension of your own team.
So, to wrap this all up, just think of it this way. A good website is powerful, sure, but on its own, it's really just a digital brochure. It's only when you build that strong funnel around it that your website transforms into a genuine growth asset for your business. And that's the question I want to leave you with. Take a really hard look at where your marketing money is going. Is it just paying for temporary clicks and posts that are going to disappear tomorrow? Or are you investing it in building a durable system, a funnel that will keep paying you back for years to come?